Welcome to another Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road Edition. We're back in the Backcountry Byway, and today we're on the General Bowen Memorial Ride. This is Trail 3. We did 4 total ones. The previous video was 2 and 3. This is Trail 4, excuse me. Clifton Rd. Here's the t-shirt, the event t-shirt. Coming up here is going to be a map. And we're going to be coming off of 36 in Frenchburg on 1274 Old Beaver Creek Road toward Cave Run Lake, and we're going to make a right on Clifton Road, and then we get to the end of it, we're going to come out on Kendrick Road and then back to 460. We're turning left here onto 1274 off of 36. We just came back from the Johnson Branch Wayne Benson ride. And the first part of this is pretty easy. I had a previous video I did this and it was fairly easy. Changing conditions have actually made it just a little bit tougher. But all of us are on at least 33s. Leader, I believe, is on 35s, and I think there's another person on 35s. Coming up on a water crossing here.
I've got zip ties back here if you want to tie it up.
The leak stops right up here on this straight strip, so you can tie them up there.
I sped this up a little bit, not terribly a lot, but this video's a little over 12 minutes long. It probably took us an hour, and we made a couple of stops. We stopped a couple times and visited. I cut most of that stuff out, but there's a little bit in there. Actually, we're coming up on one now. We'll see how much I left in. Somebody needed to do some temporary repairs, so that's why we're stopping here. I sped this up too. We were not moving that fast. Again, we were here probably half hour, 45 minutes while whoever needed to make their temporary repair did so. And we're off again. I tried to show most of the trail since I had never done this one. Excuse me, I have done this one before, and I showed most of the trail. I cut a few spots out here and there that were just more or less gravel roads. This is my second time on this trail. I did it with the Backcountry Byway ride last fall, I believe it was, in 2022. Again, there's a video on my channel that has that in it. And you can find it at Nature's Glory Cabin, Facebook and YouTube, same, and www.naturesglorycabin.com. We're just getting up to one of the rockier places.
Might want to hang back so I can get up here and I'll come back.
Let you know what you think of these videos. I enjoy hearing back from all of you. Do you like elements? Do you not like elements? Let me know. I'd like to hear from you. If you notice, he's bouncing around up there pretty good. There's a spot of rock there, and I believe when I get there, I have to back up a couple times. I probably just took the wrong line. Sometimes I'm paying more attention to the camera than I am the road. You can see this little rocky spot. And yes, I do have my locker on, and I have a rear limited slip. If you'll notice here in a second, I'm going to go high left and get around this a little easier. And there we go. And while we wait on everybody else, we'll take off in a second.
We're rolling.
Coming up on this culvert here, we need to stay as far left as we can. There's kind of a washout starting on the right. This is an old washed out culvert. You can see parts of it there as we go by. It's pretty easy to negotiate though. This is considered the northern loop of the Backcountry Byway. This is over in Menifee County. A few more rocks. We're coming up on the area that in my previous video we had a Toyota break something in his front end, had to winch him up, and we had him attached to my TJ while he winched himself up. There's the text about it. And it started about there and went up through these ledges that we're going to go across. None of these are huge. This is probably, I would call it maybe a 3-level trail. You need a little extra clearance, but I've seen people make it without any traction devices.
Just stop here for a minute. Come on.
Nice little rock shelter here. We're going to stop here again and visit for a bit while we figure out what trail I think we're going to do next. I think we were going to do one, found out it had been closed, so we end up going a different direction after this one. This won't last long. You see the 01 Cherokee in front of me and the XJ behind me. I cleaned the lens off, it was dirty. And off we go. That was the meat of the trail that we just came out of. There's a little bit here and there, but nothing like what we just did. Here's a little bit of a rock shelf here. Always got to be aware of changing conditions. Just because you did it now and you do it in a few months later, things can happen. Notice there's a washout starting here. This could be a problem later on. These trails are constantly changing for one reason or another, either wear and tear or weather. Weather is probably the biggest one. We've had some trees downed recently. If you've noticed, a lot of trees down, they've been cut back. Those weren't there back last fall when I did this trail. Notice some ruts here. Again, I sped this up probably half again. We're probably running 4 or 5 miles an hour at the most, and this looks like we're going much faster. More mud. Got some low trees up here. Some low trees. We're climbing up and out of here now. We're getting close to the end. I cut out a little spot there that must have been easy. Depending on your skill level, you decide whether you want to do something by yourself or not like this. I would recommend that you do it with a friend the first time, at least the first time, and maybe do it every time. I've done it twice, and both times I've been on a ride. And here we're coming to gravel, coming up to Kendrick Ridge Road. I'm shifting out of four-wheel drive, make a right here on Kendrick Ridge Road, which is also 1242, and it's going to head back to 460. I'm going to cut all that out. Coming up on 460, go make a right. You go straight, you go to Nada. Thanks for watching, everybody.